Yeah, I did teach geography. I do teach geography as well. I teach a lot of classes, so you'll probably have me in there. Oh, you still remember the 5 themes of geography. That's awesome. All right, welcome everybody. Yes, we are recording. That's great. If you want to click on the Nearpod link, you can do so as we're following along. As I was kind of talking about before, this class only has 3 times that we're going to meet. Okay, so we have this time, and then we have the first week of September and the third week of September. Okay, so we're not going to be, so you don't have to get up early all the time. But when we do, love for you to join the class. If you can't, hit the recording too. Okay, we'll have that available for you. So this class is lifetime activities. The majority of the class is going to be done outside of the even your computer, right? The biggest thing we'll do is activity logs. I'll get to those in a second. Let's just kind of go over a little bit, just so you know this lesson is being recorded for learning purposes. And as we're in a live class, I just kind of ask for you to follow along with the Nearpod lesson if you can. I'll put that link in the chat one more time for you. Use the chat tool respectfully and appropriately, and then also respond to questions for instructions the first time. That helps us just kind of keep moving along as we're rolling through here. These classes aren't super long either. Okay, this is a little bit about me. I got 3 kids, Brooklyn, Case, and Kaylor. They're actually starting school today. And then my wife, Christy. So that's little pictures of us, and we like being outdoors. You see my kids are my 2 boys, they like to climb trees and do all kinds of stuff and break legs and all that stuff. So fun times. All right, so you're going to want to write this down real quick because this is going to be for your quiz, okay? The first letter in our word of the week is U. Okay, so remember that, U. Okay, let's go over the class of how it works. As I said, it's pretty simple here. If I jump into the class, one thing that all of the teachers, hopefully all the teachers are doing, is in the course announcements, we're throwing out what you need to do each week. Okay, as you can kind of see this week, we have a daily activity log that you'll be doing. I'll show you how to do that in just a second here. We either have a class recording or a live class on Wednesday mornings. And then you'll have like basically a quiz that you'll do. That's not due until the next week. Let me just jump into this plan section right here. So as you can see, we have live class, and then Tuesday, I'll have the orientation quiz due, the get to know me worksheet, and then also your activity log, okay? So that gives you some time to catch up if you need to. So if you've missed a couple days, you could like do some activities on like the weekend and then get it all turned in by Tuesday and still be on time here. And then of course we'll have a recorded lesson next week, and you can kind of see how it breaks down. The end of the block is October 12th. That's when you want to have everything in by. So you can see I have like a week and a half kind of built in to help you get caught up and get everything going there. As we go into class content, just right here, you'll see everything's kind of laid out. The recording, if you just want to hit the recording, that will be right here. The Nearpod link, you don't have to do the recording or the Nearpod link. You have to do just one of them. So that gives you the information you need to get like your word of the week, to do the quiz, all that kind of stuff. As you can see, this week you'll have an orientation quiz and a get to know me worksheet. And I've made these a little bit different than I have before, as well as the activity log. Real quick, the orientation quiz is just a regular quiz. I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick. Let's just preview that. Okay, we'll start the quiz here. Sorry for my quiz or my computer being slow. Okay, we'll just have some questions that we'll be going over pretty soon here. And of course, the word of the week. Make sure you spell that right. That's where a lot of people miss some points, right? 15 points for the word of the week. So pretty easy there. The get to know me worksheet. I have two ways you can do it. So you can either do it as a quiz, which I have it on here, or I have it broken out so it's just some instructions. This is what it will look like. You can make a copy of it, but some people have issues making copies of it. Let me show you what this looks like. All right. So it looks like this, but if you just want to do the quiz, which it would show you like right here. Come on. They're actually running Google Fiber right by my house, or Fiber, so I'm excited to connect to that. So it's not going to be so slow. Okay, so this one, you'll just kind of do the same thing that's on that sheet, right? So we just list a couple things on here. You can submit it, and then it'll be a lot easier than maybe having to find a way to fill out this form. So you can just fill that out as a quiz, make it easy for you there. Activity log, I've done the same thing, okay? So you can look at it right here is what it would be like on a form. If you want to see kind of a layout, maybe this is something you want to print out and work through so you can write down your different things. It doesn't have to necessarily be Monday through Friday, but it needs to be like 5 days a week. Our biggest thing is trying to get your heart rate up. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we go here, and here's some ideas. But if you just take the quiz, did we have an activity log last week? No. So it wasn't actually next week. You can be ahead if you'd like, but as long as you get 6 weeks in, that's what I'm looking for. I want 6 weeks of tracked activity log. Yep. So if you did start a little bit early, that's great. If you haven't started yet, that's fine. But this is how you can fill out that activity log right here, okay? Just put in what you did on what days. You got a little bit of self-reflection right here. And then the last one is just your signature and initials that you're being honest and you actually did it, okay? Because, I mean, you could cheat on this, right? But it doesn't do you any good in the long run. All right, so that's what that would look like. Okay, so, and if you need help with any of this other stuff, let me know, and we'll go from there. You can also retake the quizzes as many times as you'd like, and you can go on this course as fast as you'd like, except for the activity log, right? You need at least 5 days to make up a week. So you need, what? 6 times 5 is 30. So you need 30 days. So technically you could get it done a little bit faster if you want to do every single day for 30 days and track them. Okay, if you watch dog for multiple hours a day, does that count? I don't know. Is your heart rate up? Is, you know, like is it actually physically taxing? So that might be something you want to think about. Yeah, it's intense. Okay. I mean, some work that you actually do, I'd probably consider physical activity, right? If you're out working construction, my first job that I actually did was I had to carry these big, huge forms outside like a hole and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So the first letter, sorry, that should say second letter. I apologize. So you have now UN for starting the word of the week. Yep, UN. Okay, some other things to remember, just that to get a passing grade, you need at least a 60%. course, I'd love for everybody to get an A, especially if you just retake the quizzes, do everything like that. And actually, I'm going to tell you right now. So my daughter is taking this class in the part-time. So, she's already did the first quiz and she had to do it 4 times to get it right. So she's actually not in the class. She's taking it part-time. So she goes to her regular district school and takes it on part-time. But she had to take it a couple times, which is okay. So, but that's all right. Get it up to where you want to do so you can do it. You'd love to meet her and say hi. Okay. Maybe I'll see if she can join one of these days right before she goes to school. Okay, so just so everybody is aware, this credit right here counts for a half a credit, okay? So a half a credit of your physical education course. You will need 2 other physical education courses. You haven't taken them. Miss Glover usually teaches those ones, Fit for Life and Participation Skills. She's awesome. So definitely make sure you get all those credits in. And if you want to do it for us, it's on. Yeah, Miss Glover's awesome. She's great to work with. Okay, your next letter for the word of the week is I. So you have UNI. Yep. Very good. Okay, as we're kind of getting into it, we're just going to watch a quick little video that kind of shows you what lifetime activities are and what you're thinking about. So we're going to watch this real quick.
What's life all about? It's about going outside, making new friends, pushing yourself, pushing each other. It's about reaching your potential and pushing past boundaries. But most importantly, life's about having fun. It's about staying active and creating memorable experiences. So let's train. Let's learn. Let's go play. You in?
All right, I'll have you put this in the chat real quick. What kind of lifetime activities did you see in that video? Tennis, okay. What are some other ones? A lot of tennis. Okay, badminton or basketball. I saw badminton there. I saw ping pong. You saw hula hoop. Okay, what's the difference, I guess, between doing something like that? Yeah, somebody said chess, right? I'm not sure that maybe it gets your heart rate up, I guess, if you're playing for money or something. But what's the difference between playing some of those activities and maybe playing an activity like, let's say, football or wrestling or something like that? Okay, heart rate, single player teams, okay. More physical exercise. Yeah, basketball. So you want to think about something you can do that you can do for your lifetime, right? I mean, you don't see many people over the age of actually 35 that play football anymore, right? It's usually young people because it's very taxing on your body. Injuries are very there's a lot of injuries, that kind of stuff. So you want to think of lifetime activities as something you can do for your entire life. One of the things that I do is I carry around in the back of my car, I have pickleball. Okay, so pickleball things, those are really good. I enjoy golfing too. I've actually got my wife to go out with me golfing, and it's been really kind of fun. We're looking at frisbee golf as something to do. Yep, hiking would be one as well, right? Anything that's something that you can do for your lifetime, something that you enjoy, that you can get out, can get some exercise, all of that kind of good stuff. Okay. All right. So this is let's see here, the fourth word. I keep saying first word on here. I'm sorry. So UNIT, right? So UNIT should be what it is so far. Well, close. It's not the full word. Okay. So don't jump ahead. Okay. So we kind of talked about the overview of the course already. Remember, to submit those weekly activity logs, you need 5 days to submit one log. You can break those up. You can do 30 days in a row. You could break them up just weekly, like Monday through Friday. If you have to maybe start on Wednesday and go through the weekend, something like that, just make sure you're doing it. The biggest thing that I want you to do is something that's going to get your heart rate up. So if you look at these suggested ideas, like just even walking, right, could be one. I mean, that's something I do like during the day when I need a break. I'll just go and walk around my block a couple times and kind of get, calm down, that kind of stuff when things are crazy. You can do something like high intensity exercises, which I like to do, like crunches, push-ups, squats, all those kind of things. We'll talk about some of those, and I can show you some of those as we do some of the class. So you can kind of mix things up. Mowing the lawn, as long as it's not a riding lawnmower, right? Pushing it, all that kind of stuff. Okay, we do have this get to know me worksheet. Remember, I have those on quizzes. You don't have to do them on these things to make it easy for you. Okay, last one is the last word is E, right? Unite, correct. Okay, so that's going to be your word of the week. So really, a lot of this class is done outside of the online environment. You do have a quiz each week, and you will have your activity logs that you need to do and keep track of. And next week will be a recorded lesson. So that is my contact information if you need to get a hold of me or have any questions. Looks like I have a question in the other thing over there. We'll answer in just a second. Okay. All right. So somebody talked about the heart rate. Okay. Let's talk about that just real quick. I'll show you how to access the class in just 1 second there. So what you do, if you take and put your 2 fingers, okay, right here, right to your neck, or you can actually do it to your wrist, and you can feel your pulse. What you want to do is you want to count and have a timer going at the same time, how many times it beats in 15 seconds. And then you times that by 4, and that will give you your heart rate. Okay. So your heart rate usually is around 60, anywhere from 50 to 80 beats per minute, where you're just kind of sitting there. Okay. Somebody says there's 64 currently. So it should be somewhere around that range. What I want you to do is I want you to get up so you're about 100 beats per minute. Okay, that's going to get you so you're in a rate where you are actually exercising and you're pushing yourself a little bit, and it helps you there. Okay, and so you can use a heart rate monitor, or you can kind of do it that way, but that's what you're doing. Just sit up. Okay. Yeah, so above 100 is where you want to be, right? When I do some hard workouts and stuff like that, I am up in the 160 plus range. Okay, when I'm doing hard workouts there. Okay, so You don't have to put that information, but I'd love to see it, right? That's how to show that you're doing a good exercise is if your heart rate's above 100. Okay. I mean, I've hit mine all the way up to like 180 plus when I'm doing a very intense workout with, heavy weights and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So somebody wanted to see here. Let's see. The quizzes. Okay. What you just do is you come in here, go to Unit 1. So we're in Content, Unit 1. We have the quiz right here. It will pop up. You go through it. This would be your quiz. You have your activity log, which is a quiz as well. This would be how I suggest that you submit it. You just put in what you did each day, getting your heart rate up, all that kind of stuff. Okay, any other questions on how to submit things, all that kind of stuff? Heart rate's always way fast. So, yeah, our heart rate, depending on the person, it changes, right? Yours is super slow. Yeah, mine is really low too. I have mine usually. Oh god, yours goes down to 44 beats per minute when you're sleeping. Yeah, when you're sleeping, that's when probably your lowest heart rate is going to be, unless you have a nightmare, right? Then it kind of jumps up. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I get down into the 50 ranges quite a bit. So, but it really just depends on per person. So, okay, all right. Any other questions? I'm gonna hit the stop recording